name is Jay. Today we are here to do a little thing learning about clarinet overtones. I did a whole blog post on overtones. You should check it out. I will link to that in the description. I also did a blog post about this exact exercise we're going to go through today. You should check it out. I will link to that as well. Just to give you a quick definition of what an overtone is, it is a secret note inside our sound. And each note doesn't have just one overtone. It has lots of overtones. That's what makes our sound bright or dark, or makes it what sounds like us. We want to get control of those overtones. And how are we going to do it? Thank you for asking. We're going to take step one today. This is called overtones, lesson 1. We actually make overtones with our clarinet. For the purposes of this video, I would like it if you already know how to play from low E up to high C. I will go ahead and show you the exercise as how it looks, but we actually don't even need any music paper for this. We don't need to see the notes. We don't need any of that. We're going to start on the C below the staff. 3 fingers. You know it. And then we're going to also use the upper register companion to that note, which is a G. We achieve that note, as you already know, by pressing on our register key. We keep our thumb over the thumb hole, and we just open that register key, and we get a note in the upper register. We go from C up to G. It's going to sound like this. You've heard that before? You've heard yourself play it before. I've got my metronome here. I'm going to put it at 60. And at 60, we're going to do this exercise. Here's how this exercise goes. From C, half note, up to G for a half note. And then we're going to tie that into another measure of a whole note. So that high G is going to get 6 beats. We're going to think half note, whole note. So, what that means is it's going to sound like this. When we do it, make sure the whole thing is slurred. That means we push our air. We don't slow it down. We go right into that register change. We press our register key and we keep blowing. And then as we get into that whole note, when we tie it over that bar line, keep going. Let's think about that. We're going to play it one more time. Play with me if you want. Here we go. 1, 2, ready? And so far, this is probably nothing new to you. Off. What we're going to do that might be new to you is we are going to, for the duration of that whole note, release our register key. So it's going to look like this. C to G, and then let the register key go. But keep blowing, all under one slur. So 8 full beats of blowing our air really fast using what's called support, you've heard that before, to keep that note as a G. So even though we're not pressing the register key, it's still going to be a high note. Let's see how that works. 1, 2, just listen. Ready? And so I'm not pressing the register key, but the note stays a G. A lot of times people tell me they've done this by accident. Sometimes I've done it by accident. But right now we're practicing doing it on purpose. One more time, that same thing. From C to G, let the register key go, but keep your G. Keep your air going. Let's do it. this video, I'm going to go up one finger at a time. The blog post that I wrote has this written out what's called chromatically. So there's sharps and flats. We use every single note. If you know all those notes, do all those notes. But for this video today, we're just going to do stepwise notes. I guess a chromatic scale are steps for sure, but they're half steps. We're just going to do one finger at a time, just to keep it really clean and easy. If you don't know your chromatic notes, you can still do this as long as you feel comfortable playing with the register key. We're moving on to playing D and A, and we're going to let that register key go for the whole note. Let's check it out. How'd it go? Let's try E to B. So the pitch got a little weird. Pitch is what we call playing in tune or not in tune. The intonation, another word for pitch, on that B changed when we went from register key to not register key. It changed much more than the previous two examples. It's supposed to. The clarinet's a very, very interesting instrument. And those overtones, let me explain this to you at this moment. We go from playing on the upper register, and then we let this key go, and that is, we are now playing an overtone. Did you know every time you play a low C, there's secretly a G inside it? There's other notes inside it too. We'll go over, that's lesson 3. We are now going to do F, our thumb F, up to high C. That's the next note in our sequence here. Let's do it. My prediction is the high C is going to go from sounding pretty good to sounding pretty out of tune when we let the register key go. That's okay. It was a little out of tune. No problem. We're going to go back to our first note. Low C up to G. We're going to do it one more time. 1, 2, play it with me. Ready? And. We're back home. Now, we're going to do it. We're just going to add our first finger. B flat up to F. Same thing with the register key. Let's do it. 1, 2, ready, and. Pretty good. Let's do low A to E. 1, 2, ready, and. It should stay that same note. If it doesn't, speed up your air. Blow it a little harder. Let's not call it harder. Blow it a little faster. Faster is going to work better. Really support that note so it stays in the upper register. Let's try low G. All 6 fingers. Keep that air going fast. Let's do low F to C. Now we're going to do low E to B. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. You can really hear that change, right? When we pull the register key off or we allow the register key to close, that B really changes pitch. Totally fine, you know, or at least you do now. There's a reason we have this register key. We can play the notes without the register key. not very well in tune. So, good news, the register key does matter. We need it. It should be helping us, but not doing all the work for us. We should be what's called voiced properly for all of these notes. This is telling us if we are voiced properly. It's telling us if we have the right amount of hold on the mouthpiece. It is telling us if our air is working the right way with the support that we need. I want to see if maybe some of this happened to you. I'm going to do this low E to B, but I'm not going to support quite right. I'm going to see what happens. I'm just going to check it out. Okay, here we go. I'm not going to play with the metronome. I'm just going to count. 1, 2, ready, and... Interesting. What if I just speed up my air just a little bit? It's not really louder. It's just kind of more intense. Not a huge difference in how I'm blowing, but it's an important difference in how I am blowing. So experiment with this. This is a good first step. If you are a more experienced clarinet player, this might just seem ridiculously easy, or it might reveal something that is going to really boost your playing like that. That's a good thing. It's good to experience these types of awakenings. So enjoy these overtones. I will see you next time. Don't forget, like, subscribe, join me at woodwindninja.com. I'd love to see you there. I'm going to link to my blog post so you can see this, so that you can remember it when you're practicing, and hopefully it will make sense. I've written a lot of words on the page, but this video hopefully brings it to life for you. Enjoy, practice hard. If you have any questions, email me, leave a comment. I'd love to try and address whatever concerns or questions you have. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.